Let's be honest, there's a lot of anxiety out there about AI and our jobs, but what if we're all worrying about the completely wrong thing? In the next few minutes, we're going to unpack a simple truth about artificial intelligence that could totally reframe how you see your future. I mean, think about this question for a second. It gets right to the heart of how we're all feeling about AI. It's like we're in this impossible race, trying to outrun a supercar, and we're just getting more and more exhausted. It's a race we were never ever meant to run. And here's the reality. AI will always learn faster than you. It crunches data at a speed no human brain can touch. So trying to compete on those terms, it's just the wrong race, plain and simple. But this isn't a message of defeat. It's about getting smart and choosing to run a different race, where you actually have the advantage. So let's start right there with that feeling, the anxiety that comes from running the wrong race. Because that feeling is real, and you know what? It's a sign that it's time to change our perspective.
And that pressure is everywhere, isn't it? It feels like every day there's another article telling us to learn to code, optimize everything, become more technical, basically to act more like the very machines we think we're competing with. It feels like the only way to stay in the game.
But here's the twist. The research is absolutely crystal clear on this. That is not the path to career security. In fact, trying to act like a machine is probably the fastest way to make yourself replaceable.
So, if becoming more like a machine isn't the answer, then what is? Well, it's time for a whole new paradigm. It's time to focus on what makes us unautomatable humans. This is where your true lasting power really lies. Think of it like this. You've got two different toolkits. In the machine toolkit, you've got insane speed, perfect data processing, flawless pattern recognition. But in the human toolkit, you have ethical judgment, creativity, empathy, and the ability to navigate messy, ambiguous situations. The goal isn't to beat the machine at its game, it's to double down on ours. And this is exactly what organizations are starving for right now. They don't need more people who can do what AI already does for them. They desperately need people who can do what AI can't. Think critically, communicate complex ideas, lead with a real empathy, and make strategic calls when the data isn't perfect. Okay, this all sounds pretty good, but let's anchor it in some hard data. Let's look at the actual evidence from the very institutions that are studying the future of work. Now, I get it. Data about the future can sometimes feel a little overwhelming. But what the research actually shows us is a story of opportunity, not obsolescence. It's a huge source of reassurance, believe it or not. According to MIT's Big Future of Work report, there's one number you really need to hold on to, and that number is 60%. 60% of what? Well, that's the percentage of jobs MIT predicts will be transformed, not eliminated, by the year 2030. This isn't about jobs disappearing wholesale. It's about jobs changing. It means your human judgment and your oversight are becoming more valuable, not less. And the World Economic Forum shows us exactly how jobs are changing. Just look at the skills that are in decline. Routine tasks, memory recall, basic data entry. All the stuff machines do better. Now, look at what's on the rise. Analytical and creative thinking, resilience, flexibility. These are unmistakably human skills.
So if the goal isn't to just become more technical, then what is it? We need to completely redefine the goal. And this brings us to a really powerful idea. Clarity is your new essential skill. The new competitive advantage is clarity. It's not about knowing everything. It's about knowing yourself. Understanding who you are, what unique value you bring to the table, that is something AI will never, ever have. It gives you a strategic direction that comes from your own identity. And you know that stress that so many of us are feeling? It actually has a name. Researchers at Stanford call it the automation anxiety paradox. It's that very specific psychological stress you feel when you try to compete with AI on its turf. And their research shows it directly leads to higher anxiety and lower career satisfaction. Sound familiar? This is exactly why knowing yourself is the antidote. That anxious feeling you might have, it's not a sign that you're failing. It's just a sign you're measuring yourself against the wrong standard. Clarity is the way out of that cycle. Okay, so how do we actually do this? How do we reinvent our value in this new world? This final part is all about giving you a clear, actionable path forward. It's really a simple 3-step framework. Number 1, stop the race. I mean it. Just formally acknowledge that you cannot outprocess a machine. Give yourself permission to step off that treadmill. 2, get clear. Identify your unique, irreplaceable human strengths. And 3, express your value.
Learn how to apply those strengths with purpose, strategically, in your work.
And this isn't just wishful thinking. The research from organizations like Deloitte and McKinsey is conclusive. This path, the one that's focused on your human strengths, is proven to lead to less anxiety and, you guessed it, much more sustainable career success.
So when you put it all together, the real challenge in front of us isn't learning to code or mastering the newest software. It's learning to be more powerfully, more intentionally, and more strategically human. So the question we all need to be asking ourselves isn't, can I keep up with AI? The real question is, how powerfully human can I be? Because that is where your true value lies, today and always.